Anything else you want to tell me?
Well, if I was speaking to someone in the United States right now about volunteerism, I would tell them that it's the greatest gift that you can give to another person, but it's the greatest gift that you can give yourself. My name is Linda Moore. I live in Greensboro, North Carolina, and I've been a nurse anesthetist for over 25 years. I never really thought about something like Health Volunteers Overseas. Then I get a call from my friend, Lois Krug.
Hey, Linda, this is Lois. Hey, I just got back from Belize, and I can't tell you how great this is going to be. They were just so excited for us to potentially be there, and they really need a program. They are desperate for help, and guess what? It is beautiful there. The people are so genuine.
And she asked me if I would be interested in coming to Belize with her to help open the School of Nurse Anesthesia. And I thought, what a great opportunity to bring this to a developing country. Well, I had never been out of the country before, so my first impressions of Belize was relief. Lois basically told me expect nothing and everything you get will be a gift. Now, 2 years later, this is my 5th stay in this house provided by the Ministry of Health. For all the volunteers, it's become a home away from home. The hum of fans, the shelves of donated textbooks, sights and sounds of the surrounding neighborhoods and markets have all become familiar to me. In a developing country like Belize, a nurse anesthetist practices as a fully qualified anesthesia provider.
Okay, Maria, la máscara.
When we began this program, Belize needed 20 nurse anesthetists. There were only 2 native Belizeans educated in anesthesia.
We had all the other personnel in place, the surgeons themselves. We had the operating room nurses, but we needed the anesthesists. Today, more than ever, we have come to recognize the importance of health in development. Many of the developing countries in particular did not know how important health was to economic development. We were not giving it the sort of priority it deserved. What is being done for us with this very program, I mean, surprisingly, if one were to attempt not to look at just what it costs to do it, but what it costs if we didn't do it. And I think it's the more enlightening approach to health.
So we're going to talk about the ones that are on the front half of the chemical structure. 13 students have studied for 2 years. In 2 weeks, they'll graduate. In my final 2 weeks here, I'm tasked with reviewing 2 years of study before the students take the certifying exam.
Anesthesiologists is only half man elimination.
Okay, now what is curious about cystatricurium is compared to atricurium? They love the challenge of this particular profession, and they want to give something back to their country. All of them, almost to a person, have said that to me at one point in time, is that they want to give this to their country because they want their country to have Belizean nurse anesthetists. What are some of the other stuff that patients don't like about it?
I feel so honored to be in this program, especially coming from where I'm from Dangriga. We have never had a blood-borne Belizean that is doing anesthesia in Dangriga. We usually have foreigners. It makes me feel so good. That's why I have to finish this program. I have to go home and take care of my people. Dangriga is a peaceful town. Most of us still live a bit traditional.
It's certainly a big plus to have Belizeans providing services for Belizeans, because before this program we used to have anesthesiologists from Central America, from Cuba. Many of them don't speak the same language as the patient, and certainly the patient will be more comfortable getting care from a provider they can understand, who understand their culture and who understand their needs better.
All HBO programs are jointly developed with local healthcare officials. One of the goals of the Belize program was to educate nurse anesthetists to serve at regional hospitals throughout rural Belize.
Because the geographic location in Belize spread out, it's sparsely populated, and people live in all different rural pockets. It's easier to have the service at the regional level because now people can get service closer to where they're living. It's more comfortable for them, it's more cost effective, they don't have to pay transportation and be in an unfamiliar setting. So the whole regionalization has worked, I think, to improve the health services in the country.
But building a team of well-educated indigenous healthcare providers requires professional dedication and personal sacrifice.
It's really challenging for me to be here because my kids live 105 miles from me from Monday to Thursday, and on weekends, Friday evening I would take the bus and I'll go home to them and I'll return back on Monday morning. I miss them a lot. More than words can express.
Less? 10? 5? Now, come on.
It was very hard at the beginning, 7 months in didactics. These volunteers coming in for 2 weeks, giving us, and every day we have exams.
Because you go from one subject to the next every 2 weeks, and it's only 2 weeks. But now it's up to us to just tie them in. Our program, takes a big part of you, and it's like some days like, oh boy, what am I doing? Is it really worth it?
The only thing I'm going to tell you, you guys use drugs every single day of your professional lives from here on out. And it would be a good idea if you understood the onset times, the peak onset times, the duration, and the elimination half-life. Because you cannot give timeline anesthesia if you don't know them. I work late into the night getting prepared for the next day, and I get frustrated when I feel that they have not adequately prepared for my class. I guess that's why they think I'm so hard on them.
That they appreciate it later, I think.
Between oxygen saturation and oxygen content. Because remember I said that you can have a great O2 sat and you can have a bad O2 content. And I'll give you an example. If you have a patient...
The students love her, although she is hard with them. She's the kind of person that will get them to get this information as quickly as they could get it and to push them to want to learn and to grasp as much as possible. Because of the whole nature of the program, they have to learn things very quickly.
By the time the O2 saturation monitor goes down, you're already down.
40 volunteers over the course of 73 assignments provided 8,000 hours of didactic and clinical education. The students had over 1,500 hours of classroom instruction. Studying advanced anatomy and physiology, biochemistry and physics related to anesthesia, advanced pharmacology, and principles of anesthesia practice.
The students that have come into the program and accepted into the program all have been the shining stars in Belize. These nurses are well prepared, educated, and have demonstrated an interest in advancing themselves for the good of the patients.
Classroom study was followed by a clinical residency supervised by HVO volunteers. Each student was required to complete a minimum of 450 cases for a total of 1,000 hours of hands-on clinical experience treating patients of all ages who required surgical intervention. It's been a while, but I can remember what Elva felt on her first day.
Totally petrified. I was always like, will you be there? Will somebody be there? No, but it worked out. After a while, you get used to it. I think it's after about 300 cases, then you kind of settle in. No llores, papi.
Now, in her second year, she reflects on the HVO experience.
Okay, yeah. I think the tutors did an excellent job of preparing us for what we would have to be doing out here. Everybody came with a different technique. So I guess it more or less enhanced your repertoire now that you're out here. You know, you can draw on little things this one taught you and another technique that somebody else taught you. So you have quite a lot to draw from.
The responsibility of an anesthetist is very great. You take somebody's family member from them. They give that last hug and kiss and come in to your room trusting you. Take good care of them. And you're responsible to keep this person comfortable and safe. And that, I feel, is a big responsibility.
This program has really changed the way we operate here in the theater in the respect that we can deliver a wider variety of anesthesia, and that would not have happened were it not for HVO. Right? Oh.
We give a lot of emphasis in providing for our customers, the patients, so to speak. But then if we don't care for the care providers, they will not be able to do it for the patients. And I believe now we are broadening the scope for the Nursing Association in terms of the upward mobility. So our care providers can benefit and consequently our patients will benefit.
I'm certainly feeling a little stressed because we're getting towards the end of the second week. They'll be taking their comprehensives and certifying exam next week. And I feel sometimes I wish I had more time with them, but I think all in all they'll do very well. I hope so anyway.
I'm feeling melancholy because my work is done and now it's up to them. I'm feeling exhausted too because of all the work.
A lot of the tutors that we connected with, you know, we're very grateful, and I don't think there is any way we can repay. They've given a lot to us, and we really appreciate that.
Graduation is going to be a great day. Great day for Belize, great day for the students, great day for the Ministry of Health, and great day for everybody that participated in the program.
You are indeed a breed apart, and we have all right to be proud of you for what you have done for Belize in the building of this nation. It's the many lives that you have touched and will be touching in your little Belize to give them an opportunity to live a wholesome and full life. That is the ultimate success of nursing.